Here's how Umano plots your team's defect rate metric as an overall indication of the defects or the quality of the review practices that your team is working on. Umano plots your team's defect rate in 3 different ways to give deeper context and understanding to the overall practice of the quality of their reviews and the defects that are being worked on. Let's take a look through the filters to understand each of these views. The first is the defects that are completed relative to all defects assigned. You can plot this based on all, or you can take a cumulative view to really understand of all defects assigned, how many have been completed and how many remain incomplete. The second aspect of a team's defect rate is plotting the defects to issues completed. And in this case, you can plot by rate, being a percentage, or the actual. So here we can see in terms of work completed how many bugs or defects were completed relative to how many issues were completed and how that has changed over time. The third and final view is to plot defects to issues assigned, again by actual or by rate. And if we take a look here, we can see how many defects have been assigned to that particular interval versus the overall number of issues that have been assigned. In your surfacing, you'll also be able to see for any of the selected sprint, defects completed versus incomplete, and who worked on them, which intervals or how many intervals that those defects have been carried over, and whether they were planned or unplanned. And this is how we help teams get deeper context and insight into their review practices and understanding how many defects relative to the overall work that's been assigned the teams are working on and what that rate of defect completion is relative to overall feature work that's being completed.